creatively, we can do whatever we want.
If you're passionate about something, you make it work and you find a way.
You either evolve or die.
You don't have to wait until it's perfect. Just start selling and don't hold it off.
We've made some very big sacrifices to get our business going.
Most people know when you say the Village Markets.
About the brand, yeah. But I guess it's quite a unique business you have created, so.
I don't think I've ever really considered myself an entrepreneur. I guess we're just someone who wanted, to do something different. And we kind of noticed that there was something lacking on the Gold Coast. The Gold Coast didn't have a fashion market or an event that was quite family friendly, had like live music and great food, and I guess that's where the idea came from.
Yeah, and I guess we really felt like we wanted to create a platform for all of the amazing businesses that were coming out of the Gold Coast. For us, we're not just dealing with each other and our staff, but we're dealing with, it's been over 800 small businesses over the last 7 years. So I definitely think a big part of our business is making sure that we are always open and communicating with everybody involved.
For us, it was really important to showcase what the Gold Coast had, and it's really nice to hear now. We hear all the time is, I can't believe this market's on the Gold Coast.
To change that perception, I guess, that the Gold Coast held years ago about being all about the glitz and glamour, when these days it's so much more than that.
When you're on a wave and you get that beautiful long wall of green in front of you and you just go up and down and you're just in that moment, well, you can do that on our skateboard. I've never considered myself an entrepreneur. I'm just a guy who loves doing what he does. If you have a passion for something and you actually believe in what you do, then you'll do it well. We've made some very big sacrifices. We had to sell our house to get our business going. Luckily, I have a very supportive family and wife who was crazy enough to allow us to sell our cool home at the time, which we got married in, by the way. I'm a big fan of Steve Jobs, and especially that famous line of his was "Stay foolish, stay hungry," and that really sums up what entrepreneurs are all about. I think the most rewarding thing about our business is just seeing so many people around the world just stoked to get on our board. That kind of stuff to me, is success.
We're basically just a young team of creatives that are just trying to just push the envelope and just do our own thing and just hope people respect it and appreciate it. The entrepreneurial journey has been quite stressful, but at the same time very rewarding in the sense that I get to learn a lot of things firsthand and apply them. I think if you're someone that can learn from your mistakes very quickly, the journey becomes quite fun. The most rewarding thing about running my own business would be the freedom of being able to work with my friends. Creatively, we can do whatever we want. What motivates me is probably the variety of work that I can do, whether it's campaign work, mural work, or even just web and digital based design work. I think all of it has its attributes that make what we do really fun. I don't essentially consider myself an entrepreneur. I'm just more so an artist trying to follow my passions and trying to make a business out of it. Advice that I would give to other entrepreneurs would be to just give it a crack. I mean, if you have the right resources and the networks in place, just go for it.
I remember on my 12th birthday, my mum said, you can wear whatever you want today. So I wore this Chanel looking suit, trying to be this high powered businesswoman. So early on I wanted to, be an independent businesswoman. The most rewarding thing about having a business is definitely the freedom that you can experience and being able to be creative and see your ideas come into fruition and people enjoying your product and saying how it's game changing. And for me, that's really rewarding to know that my ideas can be used and appreciated by customers all around the world. Some of the sacrifices is definitely, my pay for the first few years. I wasn't getting paid very much from myself. Everything went back to the business. Some of my employees were paid more than me. And also my free time. While a lot of my friends were traveling and having fun and buying houses, I was working 7 days a week, putting every dollar in the business. So that was a big sacrifice, but it's paid off. I'd say the people that inspire me, their common thread really is they're all pioneers, they're all risk takers, they're all big visionaries. I feel that what I'm doing in a small way is leading that path. Entrepreneurship in 3 words for me is freedom, innovation and hustle.
I believe the Gold Coast is the best place to start a business because I see it as a blank canvas. I think there's a lot of opportunity here, and if you're somebody that can see that, I think that you can go a long way. As a child, I always wanted to be a businessman. Anything from trading marbles at school, yo-yos, whatever it was, doesn't matter, but I knew I was going to be in business from a very young age. Achievement motivates me more than anything, watching something come to fruition. The more work I put in, the more I get out of it. I always imagined that having a lot of staff was a success, which I love, but definitely I've learnt how to relate to people a lot better. The toughest things I've learned about business is understanding how everyone works together in unison, and secondly, being able to evolve quickly enough to adapt to the market and needs. I believe to be an entrepreneur, you need to be able to ride the roller coaster, be a hard worker, be persistent, be passionate, and have a higher purpose rather than just money.